Hi, my name is Shelby, and this is the channel where I just kind of talk to the camera. And it is almost Thanksgiving. That being said, that means that it's almost Christmas time. I always call this time of year HallowThanksMas, the time of Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. And my favorite Christmas movie is the Muppets Christmas Carol. And the reason why that's my favorite Christmas movie is because Scrooge is so undeniably mean that the vegetables make fun of him.
Thinks it gives him power. If he became a flavor, you can bet he would be sour.
And I also think every scenario where he's just being undoubtedly really relentlessly mean is absolutely hilarious, because absolutely no one would be that mean.
How much time off is customary, Mr. Cratchit?
The whole day.
Yeah, that's right, the whole day.
The entire day?
However, I at times find myself relating to Scrooge, especially like the scene where Kermit comes in and is like, "Can I have more coal?" And he's like, "What?"
Mr. Scrooge, it's gotten colder. And the bookkeeping staff would like to have an extra shovel full of coal for the fire.
We can't do the bookkeeping.
Yeah, all of our pens have turned to inksicles.
Yeah, our assets are frozen.
How would the bookkeepers like to be suddenly
Happened to the other coal. I don't pay for idleness, or something like that. Anyways, Scrooge is like really mean, and I find it funny. And I know that that's horrible, but I'm a villain, and sometimes whenever I laugh, it's a cackle, and it goes
I'll smash it with a hammer.
like that. And other than that, I have been wasting a lot of time on Twitch, so I have not been editing things like I should, although I've also been spending a lot of time making ASMR for YouTube. However, I'm super behind editing ASMR Patreon. So I have like a billion ear-licking videos to like listen to. So that, for reference, I'm gonna have to listen to like 10-minute videos of me going, and I'm gonna have to do that like multiple times and schedule them all out. So it's gonna be my least favorite sound for like hours, and I'm gonna have to line up all that audio. Anyway, it is what it's not. Everybody knows that I am a thought. I'm kidding. It is what it is what it's not. Everybody knows this, but I am so hot. Oh, well, I guess I've just been doing this on TikTok whenever I go live there, or I'm doing a cute little animu voice. Sometimes sarcastically. I find it odd that this half of my hair is way longer than this half. Anyways, so in other news, besides for that, I've been playing Hearthstone again. Why? I don't know. I was playing Fable, and we were almost done with the game, and we were really evil. We were eating those crunchy chicks. We were growing horns.
They're saying you killed your own sister. Hooray!
And we were having a really, really good time. We were about to marry Lady Grey. We were in Endgame. I was about to get like a sword that's really good, and we were about to go to prison, and then I think after prison it's pretty much over. Anyways, Fable 1's really good. It's my favorite one. I've played it a lot, but I randomly got the nostalgia bug, and I was like, you know what? Instead of this, I want to play Hearthstone, because I don't actually feel like doing anything. I feel like casually talking. But boy, oh boy, was that a mistake, because the current meta is really, really intricate. Like, so there's lots of things with triggers and lots of interactions with this Hearthstone deck that I'm playing. I'm playing an Asteroid Shaman deck, and I'm hoping to get into Legendary ranking. Right now I'm in Platinum. I'm in Platinum 4. So we will see. Maybe we can even get into Diamond. I don't know. I've never really gotten this far.
If I take one more step, it'll be the farthest away from home I've ever been.
And on Twitch, we were saying, or I was saying, one more step, Mr. Frodo, and this will be the furthest I've ever been. Because I always think about Samwise Gamgee and the unrelenting amount, I've said unrelenting a lot, the insurmountable amount of times that he says, Mr. Frodo. I remember my very first roommate and I one time counted the amount of times Samwise, the Gamgee, has said, Mr. Frodo.
Frodo? Sam. Mr. Frodo? Mr. Frodo? Sam. Frodo! Mr. Frodo! Frodo! Sam. Frodo! Sam! Sam! Mr. Frodo! Sam! Frodo! Sam. Mr. Frodo? Sam! Sam! Frodo! Sam. Mr. Frodo? Samwise Gamgee. Mr. Frodo. Mr. Sam. Samwise. Mr. Frodo. Mr. Frodo. Sam! Mr. Frodo. Frodo. Mr. Frodo. Frodo! Sam. Mr. Frodo. Sam. Mr. Frodo. Mr. Frodo. Sam. Oh, Mr. Frodo. Sam. Samwise Gamgee. Mr. Frodo. Sam.
And he always says it like that. So, gotta edit ASMR. So, oh, what else? What else was I gonna talk about? Yeah, I'm just behind on editing things. That's it. Just behind on editing things. Rolling R's. I lost my train of thought. Hold on, I've got to sneeze. Oh. Oh. Anyways. What's your favorite Christmas movie? If you have one. Like I said, for me, it's A Muppet Christmas Carol. I think it's just because it's so funny. He's like, what about the orphans? Let them starve in the cold. It's their fault that they're poor. Oh my goodness. My cat's being adorable. He's just always doing cute stuff. I'm obsessed with this cat. Oh, no, wait. That's not cute. I've got to move that. I thought that was something different. I can't really tell you or disclose what that item is, but you can't play with that, buddy. That's not okay. Cats tend to like tails, and I have a lot of tails for me. But, I mean, they tend to be made out of real fur, so I guess it makes sense. But I've been playing like 6-hour streams on Twitch, and even if you're not into Hearthstone, it might be, like, if you want to come chill, it's a really relaxed place to talk to me. I might be kind of serious in-game talking about some weird mumbo-jumbo mechanics because the current meta of Hearthstone, like, I'm playing an Asteroid Shaman deck, which means that I'm shuffling damage into the deck, and I'm abusing battle cries and spell burst mechanics to pull cards out of the deck and deal damage upon draw to my opponent. So there's, like, a lot of weird triggers that you have to think about, and those are kind of my favorite things, is things that you have to think about and things that you have to really, like, kind of use your brain power to do. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do it tonight, though, because I do actually have to, because I'm having people start complaining about the lack of content on my Patreon. However, like, Patreons are only like $3, and like, so I don't think like 2 or 3 posts a month is like horrible, especially like for like content that takes me hours to make. I don't think that that's a horrible rate, like, because nobody understands, like, ASMR doesn't just like, it's not like a microphone like this where it's just like on the camera. It's like a whole separate thing. Like, I have to like record it totally separately and then line it up later. And like, I have to add compressors and limiters and like do a whole EQ thing. So it's a lot more complicated than like a lot of people think it is. And I also have to do like the color correction, and I have to make sure nothing weird's in there. It's mostly audio related stuff that takes forever, and everybody's like, oh, get an editor, but I don't want an editor because I do want full control over this right now. Not to mention I'm a super small channel, and I can manage it right now. I don't really want to manage it, but I can. And also, if I hired an editor, not only would it be a lot of data transference that would just take an unnecessary amount of time for me to do and them to deal with, but I would still have to double check their work to make sure it's what I wanted and they didn't leave anything in that I didn't want, or they edited things to where it looks good, or etc. Like, it would be a learning curve. I feel like unless if I trained somebody on what I wanted, they wouldn't be able to edit for me, because it would be really, really tricky to know what I like and what I don't like as far as that goes. Most of my videos are pretty simple on that channel, though, and they don't require much. It's just, you know, line up the audio and then blah, blah, blah. But I sometimes have to edit certain things out that, like, you wouldn't think about, because it could get you banned. Like, maybe my mouth accidentally makes contact with the microphone. That could get me banned, because it could be considered a contact with a sex toy or something like that, and it could get me banned. Or I have to make sure that there's nothing that I look too suggestive in because it can be considered content meant for sexual gratification or whatnot. So you just kind of have to be really careful whenever you're making stuff online just so you don't get banned. Same goes for OF. Like, there's a lot of really, really weird rules that people don't really realize. So it does take a while to get out. That site I do post a lot on, though. And I'm sorry to keep talking about it because I know a lot of people are like, oh, all of your content is ads for your only... But not really, because I would much rather just be a Twitch streamer. I would much rather, like, wake up and just be able to do Twitch, but unfortunately my OnlyFans pays my fucking bills. So until I'm likable enough on Twitch or like TikTok to make a full-blown living, or am I talented enough at a fucking game to actually get the views that it would be necessary to like make a living on one of those things, or until my YouTube channels blow up, I'm still going to be posting there. And even if I didn't need to do like more content on OnlyFans, because I don't do PvP anyways. Even if I didn't need to record it, I would still have it up. So, you know what I mean? Because why would I take it down? You know, it's already out there online. So it's a thing. Also, the bot accounts of me are getting ridiculous. I had one sent to me and it was called Nurse Becky. Do I look like Becky to you? A Becky looks like they would sound like, how you doing, sweetheart? I've got your appointment at 10. I am a nurse, though, so I'm going to have to give you... You know, like, I just feel like that's what a Nurse Becky would sound like. Or they'd be like, hey, yeah, sweetheart, how you doing? I used to be a PE teacher. I don't know why they have, like, a Brooklyn accent in my head, but Nurse Becky sounds like they've got that. And, of course... I don't really know if I'm posh or not, but I do suppose that perhaps sometimes I can sound like this. Hello, my name is Becky. That sounds like she's like a rigid, horrible woman. I don't know why. It just does. Oh, man, but my bot accounts are getting really out of control and tick of the talk, and I haven't even been on TikTok as much as I would like to lately, unfortunately, as it is. And, yeah, so... That's my life. I'm working on some other stuff, but you guys won't see until it's become into full fruition, I suppose. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for being here. You are loved.